David Diego Rodriguez. I'm happy to be here. I'm married with children, so I enjoy speaking for 5 minutes uninterrupted. Yeah, so, nobody listens to me at home, so I have an Alexa. Alexa listens to me. The other day I said, Alexa, play some coffee house music. And she said, regular or decaf? And then my wife comes running in, and she says, I hear you talking to your girlfriend. I'm like, no, it's Alexa, listen. She's playing decaffeinated music, right? But now I'm really worried that she's going to find out about my other two girlfriends, Siri and Cortana. So I identify. Pardon me?
Speak louder.
Speak louder? How's this? Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Coach. So. All right, so I'm going to speak. Yeah, I have trouble projecting because nobody ever listens to me anyway. I identify as Mexican. Yeah, and a lot of people don't believe I'm Mexican because I don't have a mustache. I grew up on the south side of Chicago. Everybody, woo! You need a ride home? And everybody spoke Spanish there, and my first language was Spanish. When I started school, I didn't speak any English. I go to kindergarten. I was a lost little boy, and luckily I sat next to Bridget Riley, and so I thought, I'll just do everything Bridget Riley does, right? So Bridget took out her crayons, I took out my crayons, Bridget put her head down to take a nap, I put my head down to take a nap, Bridget stood up and said, hello, my name is Bridget Riley. So I stood up and I said, hello, my name is Bridget Riley. I didn't know, And then later on I got in trouble because I followed Bridget to the girls' bathroom. I was just doing everything Bridget did, right? Yeah, I know, no. Spanish is my first language, so now I teach Spanish. Anybody take Spanish in school? Yeah, right? What do you remember from Spanish class? Hola, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, puedo ir al baño. How about, everyone always tells me, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Do you remember that one? Right? And so like at our university, there's a 2-year foreign language requirement, and a lot of students take Spanish because they think it's the easiest language to learn. Is that why you took Spanish? Sí. Okay, an honest person here, all right. They think if you add O to any English word, you have Spanish, right? So I asked one student, Robert, what can you say in Spanish? He said, Mayo namo is Roberto. I'm like, well, Roberto is in Spanish, so that's pretty good. And when I was a new teacher, the students used to mess with me. So they're like, how do you say? I'm like, hold on, this is Spanish class. ¿Cómo se dice? All right. ¿Cómo se dice burrito en español? And I'm like, burrito's already in Spanish. Right? I notice how it ends in O, right? And so, by the way, if you go to Mexico, don't ask for a burrito. They'll be wondering what you plan on doing with a small donkey. So they know these words and they think they know Spanish because they know some of the items from the Taco Bell menu, right? Another time they asked me, hey, how do you say jazz hands? They're messing with me, right? So I mess with them right back. So I'm like, that's easy. Manos de flamenco. But my favorite one was, ¿Cómo se dice bootylicious? I'm like, wow, that's not even in the dictionary, right? But I had a comeback. I'm like, bootylicious. But we foreign language teachers have a joke we like to share with everybody. What do you call someone who speaks 2 languages? Bilingual. What was incorrect? Bilingual. What do you call somebody who speaks 3 languages? Trilingual. And what do you call someone who speaks 1 language? American. And I only tell that joke to point out that this Mexican did not steal any American jobs, okay? and I have job security. So one of the things I like to ask the students is like, why did you take Spanish? And I get all different kinds of answers like, oh, Spanish is a beautiful language, or I'm Mexican and I don't speak Spanish. And one student told me, I'm a cook, and at the restaurant where I work, all the cooks speak Spanish. It's like, surprise, surprise, right? But I asked him, where do you work? And he says, P.F. Chang's. And then after about 6 weeks, he asked me, what kind of Spanish are you teaching us? I still don't know what the cooks are saying. And I asked him, what did they tell you? And I'm like, oh, they're swearing at you. Yeah, they want you to work harder. So, yeah. And then, I grew up poor. And, you know, I don't have a lot of money, but I have 3 names, so I got that going for me, you know. And one time, I was the victim of identity theft, and my credit score went up. So, and I felt so rich, I didn't report it right away. I finally got that car loan, you know. But it's family tradition, because even growing up, we were poor. For my 10th birthday, my dad gave me a picture of a bicycle. I still have that picture. But, and then his car was something else. It was like his old beater. And he used to tell everybody it was the color of rust, but it was actually rust, you know. And it didn't have air conditioning. It had that 460 air conditioning. Anybody ever hear that? That's where you roll down all 4 windows and go 60 miles an hour. And so, and one time, the police put the Denver boot on it, and it increased the value of the car. So it's kind of, and then we couldn't afford to go to the amusement park, so my dad, he would tell us it was the amusement park, but he would drive us through the car wash. And we'd be in there like, yay, tidal wave, you know. And the windows were so leaky, we'd come out of the other end soaking wet, you know. And we'd be like, hey, can we go again? Can we go again? So, but we couldn't afford to go again, so, yeah. I like to brag. Okay, I'll brag about it. I have a rescue dog that I got from Paul, Chicago, and like 2 weeks ago we went to Lake Michigan, did a beach cleanup with my rescue dog. Yeah, woo! And I don't like to brag, but while I was there, now one dolphin got caught in a tuna net, so just doing my part, you know. But this dog Earl, his name's Earl. And that's the name he came with, and I decided to keep it because I never met a dog named Earl. Have you? No, right? See, so we kept the name, and I didn't want a dog. We had our previous dog, Duke. We had him for like 17 years, and then we had to put him to sleep because he was so old. And we didn't want another dog for a while. We had to do the right amount of mourning, right? And then one day, I keep hearing, Dad, can we get another dog? Dad, I promised to walk him. Dad, we'll feed him. And that was just my wife, you know? And so we end up getting the dog. My wife and I go to the rescue, and we both agree, no Chihuahuas, no pit bulls, right? So we adopt Earl. He's the perfect dog. Doesn't bark, doesn't bite. And we decided to do his DNA. Turns out he's half Chihuahua, half pit bull. You know? And he looks like a Chihuahua on steroids. You know? And so he's like, hi, Chihuahua, right? and I'm thinking maybe I should have him audition for Marvel Universe movie. Maybe he can team up with the raccoon, you know? So, and then my wife decides, you two are going to obedience school, right? But I'm pretty sure she wanted obedience school more for me than for Earl. And so we go, you know, and we actually made a good team together. And we learn all these useful commands like sit, stay, paw, you know. And after 6 weeks of obedience school, even my wife has to admit that I am a very good boy. You know? And now when I come home, she tells me to stay, sit. She can't figure out what to do with paw yet, but she's working on it. And after the lockdown, we went through separation anxiety, and I was missing my little Earl. Oh yeah, my wife too. Yeah, so he's Earl, and we like the name. And then besides, our previous dogs were Duke, Princess, Queenie. So Earl fits right in there with that royal lineage. So we got the name, and there's a lot of benefits to having a dog. So I get exercise. I get to meet other people and get to socialize. So for example, I met Stella and Rocco and Benny. Those are just dogs. I can't name one owner though, And another benefit, well, I don't know if it's a benefit or not, it's like I get to walk around with a bag of dog poop, So, I'd like to put a positive spin on things, right? So enough about my rescue dog. Oh yeah, the other day my coffee maker broke. So I couldn't wait like 24 hours for Alexa to deliver one. So I go to Walmart, but I made the mistake of wearing a blue polo shirt, and I'm there looking at the coffee makers, and this elderly woman comes up and she starts asking me questions about the coffee makers. And I can answer them all because I had done my research on the internet, right? And after a while, she finally picks one out, and I put it in her cart. And just then, 2 Walmart employees come up to me, and I'm thinking, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. And they tell me, hey, it's break time. So I go to the break room, I have a cup of coffee, and well, to make a long story short, on Sunday I'm subbing for Sheila. And I bought a coffee maker with my employee discount. And they're supposed to have donuts on Sunday, so it's good. Oh yeah, I'm not very athletic, and in high school I wanted to be on a team to get one of the letter jackets, but I didn't make any team. Oh no, I did. I made the chess team. So, yeah, right? Yeah. Our cheerleaders were mimes. So, yeah. And I asked one cheerleader out, but she never responded. So, yeah. What else? Oh yeah. One time, let me see what was it. Oh yeah. My wife one time tells me, "Oh, we need milk." I said, "Oh, no problem. I just go to Speedway, get some milk." It's like, no. You have to go to Trader Joe's, get organic milk, sunflower seeds, and Himalayan salt. I'm like, all right. So I go to Trader Joe's, and I see this woman there, and she's by the cucumbers, and I'm noticing she has this ring, and I can't quite tell what it is, but it either looks like a flower or a taco. And she tells me, "I see you staring at my vagina ring." I'm like, oh. And I look at it more closely, I'm like, that's very realistic looking. Because she has hairy knuckles, And I shouldn't have said anything, but I said, is that actual size? And, well, I'm no longer allowed in Trader Joe's. So yeah, but now I know what I'm getting my wife for her birthday. So, yeah. What else? Oh yeah, I don't like to brag, but I was once in a movie. Yeah, it was a porn movie. Yeah, no, really. Listen to this. Yeah, it was typecasting. So, but it was a speaking part because in those movies, not everybody gets a speaking part. So before I leave the house, I tell my wife, remember to let the plumber in. And boy, does she let the plumber in, right? Okay. And then she lets the DoorDash guy in, and then she lets the Uber Eats guy in. In fact, she let all 3 of them in at the same time. You gotta check out this movie. It's called Thank You, Essential Workers. Okay, thank you, and good night.